AskReddit by Zahiriko 1. Which black and white movies are absolutely worth watching? 7 Samurai, original 1954 version. I mean, all of Kurosawa. Double Indemnity. Every Billy Wilder movie. 12 Angry Men, 1957. My dad with dementia has about a half dozen movies he watches over and over, and over and over. 12 Angry Men is one of them. Young Frankenstein. It's pronounced Frankenstein. To Kill a Mockingbird. I am required to teach this to high schoolers. I am both astonished and completely unsurprised every year at how many of them develop a crush on Gregory Peck. Doctor Strangelove. Mein Führer. I Can Walk. Arsenic and Old Lace. This was my recommendation. One of my faves. Cary Grant is so over the top. Apparently even he thought so, but I love it. Cracks me up. Psycho. I had the pleasure of going into this movie without knowing anything else but the shower scene, and my god, what a thrill ride. Go into this movie with as little information as you can, and you'll be in for a real treat. Some Like It Hot. Nobody's Perfect. All About Eve. Roman Holiday and Bringing Up Baby. Don't forget Arsenic and Old Lace. That and Bringing Up Baby are two of my favorites. The Night of the Hunter. This is my personal favorite. Robert Mitchum just makes one of the most terrifying characters in film history. Sunset Boulevard. I came to post this. All my life I've heard about this film, and the other day I saw that it was available to stream, so I watched and was enthralled. Such a great movie. Gaslight Ingrid Bergman version. Sorry mate, but that movie doesn't exist. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Makes me sad that this is so low on the list. I remember watching my fair share of older sci-fi on TV in the 80s. Most of it is run-of-the-mill monster movies. The Day the Earth Stood Still treats sci-fi seriously. It was such a treat compared to other stuff from the era. Not B and Damp, W, but Forbidden Planet is great too. Casablanca. I thought it was full of cliché phrases and scenes when I watched it. I realized they invented phrases everyone else quoted. Metropolis. I saw this on the big screen once and it was fucking amazing. Modern Time from Charlie Chaplin. Also The Dictator by Chaplin. Night of the Living Dead. It's a Wonderful Life. What a wild swing in tone these two are. I like it. The Apartment. All Quiet on the Western Front. Had to scroll way too far for this. Very significant movie. Deleted. Any love for Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte? It happened one night. You watch it and think, this is funny, but isn't it a cliché? And then you realize this is where the cliché actually came from. Paper Moon. Philadelphia Story. This absolutely. Cary Grant, Jimmy Stewart, and Katharine Hepburn all in one movie. Saw this on AMC as a teenager and I still remember being riveted. Watch it every year without fail. It's wonderful. Jimmy Stewart's drunk scene was the best I ever saw until Mayor of Easttown. Marty, 1955, starring Ernest Borgnine, who won an Oscar for the title role, and Betsy Blair. Great acting, great script by Paddy Chayefsky. Just a brilliant film. Deleted. Schindler's List. Edit: for those who live in the US, this movie is streaming on Peacock. Edit 2. Holy smokes, thank you guys for all the upvotes, and also thank you kind stranger for the gold. Best movie I'll only ever watch once. Duck Soup, 1933. I'm surprised I haven't seen someone comment it yet. A Night at the Opera. Capital M. Grapes of Wrath. Anything from Akira Kurosawa. The Elephant Man, 1980. Gojira, 1954. Sin City, 2005. Nosferatu, 1922. Just watched Nosferatu for the first time and I enjoyed it so much. It's public domain, so you can watch it in decent quality for free on YouTube. The first half seems kinda cheesy, but I actually got creeped out by some of the shots in the second half. The Lighthouse. There it is. I remember when it came out and I thought, boy, that seems dumb and I don't really like Robert Pattinson, but after hearing that it gets crazy I had to watch. Now it's one of my favorite movies. I don't want to give too much away, but I am fond of The Lobster. Lahing. I should be seeing this comment more. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Shockingly relevant even today. On the Waterfront. The Grapes of Wrath. Roman Holiday. The Artist. Casablanca. The Maltese Falcon. To Have and Have Not. Came here to suggest Maltese Falcon. The Longest Day. Psycho. A lot of it is clearly genre defining, that's been done a lot since, but you can see the origin of everything and that last scene is still creepy as heck. Pi. Night of the Living Dead. All of the Universal monster movies. That was an extremely long way to scroll down to find the first mention of Pi. Deleted. I scrolled way too damn long to find this. Clarks. You know, there's a million fine looking women in the world, dude, but they don't all bring you lasagna at work. Most of them just cheat on you. There are so many wonderful movies. Arsenic and Old Lace, The Lavender Hill Mob, The Lady Killers, The Ghost and Mrs. Mia, Blithe Spirit, Mrs. Miniver, Citizen Kane, Schindler's List, Psycho, To Kill a Mockingbird, Vertigo, Casablanca, All About Eve, Kind Hearts and Coronets, Some Like It Hot, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, The Maltese Falcon, Goodbye Mr. Chips, Strangers on a Train, the list goes on and on. Just dive in. A Night at the Opera, starring the Marx Brothers. It's a Wonderful Life. I hadn't watched it since I was a kid, and I never understood what the big deal was. Watched it again as a spouse and parent struggling to give my family a good life, and it sure hit a lot different. Bringing Up Baby. Not a movie, but definitely The Twilight Zone. Alfred Hitchcock Presents was awfully good as well.